Welcome to Eternal Manna, the daily devotional broadcast of Grace Gospel Church. Today we are going to start looking at one of my favorite verses in all of the Bible, Psalm 50 and verse 15. This verse should be marked in red in your Bible, and we are going to spread it over a few days and look at each word literally as to what it practically means to us today. Psalm 50 and verse 15 says, "Call on me in the day of trouble, I will deliver you, and you will honor me." Now today we want to look at that expression, the day of trouble. The day of trouble is inevitable. It is a certainty in your life and my life. Life is not all sunshine. All of a sudden, there are going to be dark storm clouds, and we are going to have very, very dark days, stormy days. So what form does trouble take in your life and my life? Let me suggest a few. There is what I call sin-induced trouble. If I make bad choices based on receiving bad advice, I'm going to face terrible consequences. Sin-induced trouble is trouble that I bring upon myself. So what do? I repent and I plead God's mercy. Trouble also comes when we serve God faithfully. The Bible says that there is going to be opposition. Satan is angry, and he's going to do all what he can to make life miserable for us. So don't be shocked or surprised when trouble comes your way when you serve God. The Lord Jesus Christ himself said, "In this world you will have tribulation." John 16:33. Read the book of Acts. As the church began, look at all the trouble that the church faced and how the church overcame all that trouble. And through that trouble, God kept building his church. Then there is what I call national trouble. This is trouble that comes upon us as a nation. Sennacherib invading Jerusalem, ruled by godly King Hezekiah. And this is what King Hezekiah told the prophet Isaiah. Isaiah 37 and verse 3. "This day is a day of distress and rebuke and disgrace." It was a day of trouble, national trouble. And you can read Isaiah 37 and 38 to see what God did in the face of this trouble. Right now, Sri Lanka as a country is going through national trouble. Bankruptcy, food shortages, fuel shortages, medical supply shortages, a terrible time, a time of trouble as a nation. And we must pray and do all what we can to help our people who are suffering so much. And then the Bible talks about the Great Tribulation. It is referred to as a time of Jacob's trouble. A time of trouble that Israel has never, ever experienced in its history. And the whole world is going to suffer as a result. 21 different judgments of God are going to be poured out upon this earth during that time of Jacob's trouble. And then, of course, there is what I call personal trouble. And personal trouble can come in the form of a sudden illness. I experienced this 2 years ago when my wife was suddenly diagnosed with terminal cancer. That was a day of trouble, a dark, dark day in my life, in my family's life. And then trouble can come in the form of unexpected loss, death. And for me, it happened just in 1 week. There was a diagnosis given one Friday, and my wife went home to glory the next Friday. Death in the family is a day of trouble. When you lose your job, it is a day of trouble. When you have children who are rebelling against you and against God, that is a day of trouble. When you meet with an accident, that is a day of trouble. So what do people generally do in a day of trouble? There are those who resort to drink and drugs. That's their way of denying the trouble. And I want to say, please don't go in that direction when you face trouble. So what do you do when you have trouble? Accept it and face it with the strength of God. Are you going through a day of trouble today? Tomorrow you're going to find the answer as to what we should do when we face trouble. Amen. God bless you.
For more videos like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Grace Gospel English Church Toronto. Thank you.